So, Coach, what have you done over the last? It'll be almost 2 weeks since you played that last game. What have you done over this time to keep the team interested, motivated? What have you done?
Well, I didn't have to do much, to be honest. Every time that we had 3 days off, we got back to training last week, then we had 2 days off and back to training on Tuesday. And the player was also motivated and they all want to work, and I didn't have to push too much the thing. I think that everyone knows that it's a very important week, and we have to do a hard job, and we have to do our best. But I would say the mood at training is really good. Everyone wants to participate, everyone wants to work more, and everyone wants to, I would say, put me in trouble when I have to pick the 11 at the end. So it's good.
I think they beat you 3-0 there, and then you guys beat them 2-1 here.
Yes.
Right? And then, so, you go back. I'm assuming you sailed the 3-0 game. What's different about the team then to where you guys are now? How have you guys improved? Where have you improved?
Well, that's the difference in personnel, the difference of the fact that we are a completely different teams in terms of, I would say, awareness and belief in ourselves. And of course, we also changed tactically. We played in a different way. I think that the key is try to play the way that we played here in BC Place. So being very aggressive, having a lot of men in their half for the pressure. So even if they have more of the ball, but they have the ball in their half and not in our half. So that's the key. It's going to be harder because it's going to be in their place and not in our place. Probably they're going to have a couple of players that they were out in the game against us a month ago back, like Pulido, that one of the best striker of the league. So, but that doesn't change the way that we need to approach the game. The only way that we can win the game is being on the front foot and being aggressive. Because if we wait for them and stay in our defensive third with the quality that they have, they're gonna create us problem.
I mean, I guess soccer is like every other sport in the world. It's everybody's scouting everybody, and the tendencies. You've seen it all.
Yeah.
So does it really comes down just to executing your game plan as opposed to worrying about what they're doing?
Yes, I would say yes, of course. Today we worked a lot on what we think they're gonna do more, and how we can try to exploit some of the situation. But it's much more about how we are going to play, how we're going to execute how we're going to play our way of playing. That it doesn't change. It's pretty straightforward every time, and so it's. I would say it's all about us. Yeah, at the end.
You got one more. Confidence. I guess with this team, the way you've been playing, you can get scored on first. You come back and win. You can take the lead and you can win. And the confidence probably can't be much higher than it is on this team right now.
Yeah, the confidence, but also it's what you said about we have to be focused on what we're doing, on the task that we're doing. That's the best way to get confidence, because in the playoff game we don't have to go outside the game. So let's say maybe we can score after 5 minutes, or maybe they can score after 5 minutes, like it happens with Seattle in the last game. So, but if we're going to keep being in the game and keep being concentrated on what we do, I think that we can fight for the entire game, and at the end we'll be happy anyway, because if we're gonna do our best, I think that if they beat us, it's because they've been really better than us, so that's okay.
So your pre-game speeches and post-game speeches, stuff of legend.
Yeah.
Right now. They've become stuff of legend. As you guys have made this run up the table, like taking it one game at a time, it's taken a real Herculean effort to get to this point.
Yes.
And just got there. How do you keep that hunger, that focus, that mentality going into a one and done game? Is there any risk of a letdown?
No, I would say no. I think that we are approaching maybe in a slightly different way, because let's say for 10 games in a row we had our back on the wall and we had to do every time. So this time we have maybe the awareness that okay, we can do it, but we're still. I know that all around the league, maybe they're all considering us the underdog with them. So it's more or less the same way as before. So, and the fact that the guys are so convinced and so thrilled about and pumped that we can do something special, I don't think there's going to be the risk that the intensity is going down. Of course, then we'll have to match their intensity. Probably their intensity will be up than the last game, and we'll see. But I think that we're in a good place.
Do you think there's any fear on their part of you guys coming in there?
I don't think that's fear. I don't know. I think there's respect, maybe more respect than before. I think that for a lot of maybe season, when of course they always respected us, but they were thinking always, okay, we play the Whitecaps, so we have to win. And now they say we play the Whitecaps, we can win. So it's I think that now we are equals, and we are again we are in the playoff not because we are in the playoff because we fully deserved it, and so I think that they're gonna play us with the respect that we give to them.
Thank you.
I asked you last time after the Canada game. I just want to get your thoughts. Did you watch the game last
Yes.
night? Just as a coach and as a spectator, what did you think of that effort last night?
I think that Canada deserved to win. I think they were clearly the better team. Mexico, I would say, was the better team for 5 minutes. Canada was the better team for 90 minutes. So even if the chance and anything, Canada was much better, and it was great to see a lot of fans. The celebration. We need all to support the national team. Because it's gonna bring passion to the game, to this country, and I think that they're gonna make it, and I hope they're gonna make it. And so yeah, at least because Italy, I don't know if they're gonna make it. So at least I want a country to support at the World Cup.
One more thing for me, I totally spaced on it. Yesterday you said you knew Peter Remies pretty well.
Yes.
How do you know him? Where do you know him from?
I know him because I worked in the federation for 3 years. So what I did, I was the coach educator of his assistant, Kerry Zavagling. So I've been in Kansas City multiple times. Then also they share the facility with the with US Soccer in Kansas City. So I've been there a lot of times. So I know very well Peter. I spoke with him a lot of times. So, and I have I would say utmost respect for him. I would say that we think at the coaching job probably in a completely different way, because he is basically everything in Kansas City. He's the sporting director, the general manager, and he runs the show. And for me, the less control that I have outside the field, the better it is. And but I really admire him.
All right. So does that sort of pre-existing knowledge and experience give you any advantage tactically when it comes to coaching him against him on the field?
I don't think so, because you said also before that now with technology, with videos, every team knows which are the good and bad things of any other teams, and every team analyzes every other team. So the way I know him, but they know us, and they know me. We also have a lot of discussion about what I really believe in soccer and everything. So it's I think it's not something crazy and something new for them that we do a fully zonal defense, because that's what I believe. So it's so I don't think there's an advantage in that. I think that the more knowledge we share, the better it is at every level.